Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to RimWorld Alpha 13. We are once again looking at Tubeville, our colony, and things are still looking pretty darn good. We have a ton of bedrooms, we have a medical wing, we have a prison, we have a common room, and we have the beginnings of a workplace. And we have a bit of a death trap riddled entrance. And I realize we probably want to build a wall here as well, so let's do that. Last time we did have a boar that was running amok. So this actually split the storage in two, which I think is okay. We can just copy these settings, paste them here, and now the things are exactly the way they have to be. Just do some hauling here, do some hauling there. Wait, stop polluting things. Stop polluting things. Don't you have a sense of neatness and tidiness? Yeah, barbarians. Okay, so currently we are making winter clothing, starting with some hats, some toques. We already have pants and shirts and button-down shirts for everyone. And now we're working on toques, and once we got a bunch of those, we'll continue with parkas. After that we make cowboy hats and dusters just to get a good supply of everything. We also have a research bench, and we actually have stone cutting selected, but nobody is available to do the research. And looking at it, we got Max Musterman, who is currently cleaning dirt, because that is more important than doing research actually. Maybe. Okay, currently mining. So once things have been done. Are you a very passionate miner, Max? Are you very good at it? I think I'm gonna demote your mining priority, so you actually have a look at hauling and researching in that order. Okay, so we're in the middle of fall. We have a lot of food in stock. We also have a lot of foodstuffs that we can make more meals out of. I think we currently have enough to make 130 more meals. So that's quite a bit. That's a total of 200 meals, including what we have. So that's it's say 8 people. I think we got 8 yet, do we? Do we have an extra bedroom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 people. So that's 7 meals per day. So 200 meals should last us for just under 30 days. So that's 2 full seasons. So that's going to be mid-spring. And we're still harvesting. So I think in terms of food, we are actually doing pretty darn well. And once we've done our gathering over here, we'll do some hunting. Take out this squirrel, for example, and everything else that just strays a bit too close. See if we can get some reserves built up to last us until the next summer. So what else can we produce? Let's see. In terms of power, we actually store quite some. So during the daytime we generate power with a solar cells now. Store it during the night, overuse the stored energy during the night, and as a fallback we still have the generators that we can fall back on. We have an ample supply of wood, which some of our people are actually still chopping down, and both people are very happy with their jobs over here. I think they're going to be even happier if we get them some proper chairs. I think they'll like that. So research and crafting, excellent. So someone is going to build that and they'll be very comfy. Because now I think, okay, hungry, but that's your own fault. You should just stop researching and go to work. Or get some food. Let's see. So they might end up talking some with each other or something. If they're working here a lot, so maybe we get some better relationships between people. So we only have the horseshoe pin as a source of joy, in addition to people just meditating or praying in their rooms. So maybe we should have a look at building a chess table. Once again, let's make it out of wood. Let's set it up here. Furniture, let's get some more dining chairs there. They're relatively comfy. Set them up. It's gonna use a lot of wood. But on the other hand, no, we're still chopping down trees and things are generally looking up pretty darn well. How are we in terms of power? We dropped down to 94. We used to be at 130. That's okay. Let's accelerate the game speed a little bit. So you gave up shooting a squirrel. No, someone else has to actually pick up the squirrel. That's the thing. Okay, well, once the things we've designated for hunting are done being hunted, let's let people get on with their lives. So power turned off during the night. Let's cool. Someone woke up. Excellent. So we aren't generating quite enough power just yet. And just turn this one off again as well. Just turn the daytime. So we need more power. New lovers. Augustine, Giussani and Gamebug Finder have come together and are now lovers. Isn't that cute? So that means we need a double bedroom, because lovers want to sleep together. So let's take the room of Gamebug Finder. Excellent, that's you. Give you a double bed over here. And once it's done, we'll just move this bed out, assign this one to the happy couple. This one will be clear. So actually move RV in and we have the 2 rooms in the end designated empty. Which is good, so we got some room to grow. How are we in terms of... I still can't chop these. Okay, there's already some wood chopping designated over there. And you are doing that as well. Excellent. Well, it's nice that we actually have a pretty smooth goings for now. Oh. So we can set the owner for Gamebug Finder and Augustine. Then we assign this one to RV. And then these are now empty. Also means we can reinstall this one and let's turn it into a medical bed. If things get really dire, we have an extra bed. Also, it creates a little bit more space in the room. It's a barracks now, because there's multiple people sleeping there. That's... Hey, let's run on at speed 5 or speed 3. There's no speed 5 in this game. We are done researching stone cutting. Excellent. Let's research the basics of microelectronics. That's gonna give us things like the comms console and the high-tech research bench, which are definitely going to be useful. Also, this is now a medical bed. Okay, we have some wood supplies again. We now have the chess game over here, so people have more ways to entertain themselves. So let's have a look. Is there... Oh, the stonecutter table, of course. We just unlocked that. We need a chair for that as well. Okay, and actually click this to be made from steel. Oh, sure. I always prefer to use wood because it's just a cheaper material, and for most of the production facilities it actually doesn't matter. So then you might as well. So we are getting pretty darn full in our storage here. So I'm gonna designate another area for mining. So this is a really hideous room because of the whole thing with the stone walls and such. Might want to fix that, but for now let's just continue on the old-fashioned way by just digging more. Also, let's actually make the timer advance. So are they happy now? So they are lovers, and as such they're happy with each other, which is good. Okay, so the power ran out all the way in the morning, which is actually not that bad. But it does mean this stonecutter table is going to draw more power, and as a result we're going to use more power. So let's add a wind turbine to the whole mix. This might eventually all get attacked and we might have to build around it. But until such time, this is going to be happy enough, and we... there's no need to connect this. Excellent. Ooh, stone cutting has been assigned. Doesn't actually drop power. I'm surprised. Make stone blocks. Do until we have... Wow, it doesn't decrease it by 1. It just increases it by 50 now. That's better. Let's aim for... Actually, I aim for 1,000. I always like to have a lot of stones available. And just work with whatever. Just don't go straight too far to get your rocks. Good, good, good. So now that we have multiple of these storages, I'm actually gonna designate these two as the higher priority ones than the outside ones. So we'll just lower this a bit to low. Same for this one. This is now also just a low priority. So that way we'll always have the internal ones filled up. And let's increase the speed again. So this should help us generate power during the day, during the night, just all the time of day. And as a result, our batteries should now actually start filling up. We just have to make sure that the area around here is just kept free of trees and things like that. Which is a good idea in general anyway. Okay, so now it just happens that at nighttime it also stops blowing with the wind. But usually day and night and wind speed are independent of each other. Okay, so we have some more options. Let's go for smithing, see what we can craft. And we now have the high-tech research bench, which is going to allow us to research some higher tech stuff as well. Let's see, we can reinstall these. Excellent. Cargo bots. What's in the cargo bots? Rhino hide. Yes. Let's make some gloves out of that or something. So it's negative 15 outside. It's nice and 16 inside. Is that because we are actually trying to warm it to 16 or because we're just not capable of keeping it warmer? It's the latter. So, on the other hand, if 15 outside results in 15 inside or negative 15 outside, there's a 30-degree temperature difference. That's pretty huge. So unless we get, like negative 30, it's gonna stay pleasant inside, and nobody actually has frosty clouds over their face while they're sleeping, so they're not cold. Let's have a look. You don't have an impressive bedroom. Oh, there's a greedy person. 29. Because it's just dull. Okay. That's fair. That's very fair. Not gonna fix it for you, but it's a fair complaint. Noted. So, let's see. If we put the comms console here... We can't put anything next to it because I don't think there's any crafting stations that are too wide. Let's have a look. The high-tech research bench is actually pretty big. So if we put this one in the back here, then that's going to be good. Then we can just reinstall this one over here in the center. We can decommission this one. Look at that. It's morning and we still have power in our batteries. This one's blowing at full speed, generating 3000 watts. That's actually a fair amount. These are gonna warm up. I think our power situation is pretty good now. So, we might eventually want to fence this off if things get too dicey. Then the enemy is just gonna, hopefully, just wander around it. If you have like a door here, then the enemy is probably gonna wander around as well and not be tempted to just tunnel through. And even if enemies drop pod land in here, then they'll probably just try to get out. I think that's probably a decent idea. Also, we have stone now. That means we can make stone walls. So, might not be a bad idea to just start with that. A lot of people are currently mining. RV is building our new research bench. So I think we just want to run power in there. It feels better if there's actually direct power connection in there. Like that. Reinstall the power here as well, then it will just shine on the entire room. That's also going to be better for everybody. Okay, and then slate blocks. We'll need a lot of slate if we're going to do something useful with it. Let's see, it's on the same level as this rock over here. So let's actually take the outliner. Same level as... Ooh, it preserves the selection. Excellent. Also, the snow outside, we probably want to just harvest all the things. I completely forgot about this. Plant cutting, let's bump that to #1 priority for everybody right now. Just so they will drop just about everything else and continue with that. So, just gonna recruit everybody, unrecruit everybody. That will reset their priorities and hopefully they're gonna run out and save as many plants as they can. Run, run little people, run. Okay, not everybody is capable of harvesting, that's another problem. Okay. That's actually just the people who are good at growing stuff. You also get to cut plants, and everybody else will just only cut plants when you really don't have anything else to do. Just to prevent some stuff from being harvested. Not quite sure if that's the case, but for now let's just play it safe. Also, yeah, because once things are hold, they're frozen and they're actually pretty good. Okay. Let's continue our plan. So if we build a tight thing around it, let's see, clear this. So this way, boom, build a wall. Then we can open up the wall here. Just deconstruct it, build the wall around. Then they can just come in. And there's no strong incentive to actually get in here from around. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, let's continue. So a lot of people are now holding stuff. So this is gonna cost me 30. And this is gonna cost me 90. Okay, so this uses up all the slate we have. And then people need to do some more stone cutting in order to get us more stone for the rest of the wall. But it's just a start. And as long as the entire area here is clear, the wind turbine is not gonna care. Also, let's actually designate this as a no roof area, which will make sure this is not gonna get roofed in. And let's just do this for the entire area outside actually. So otherwise, if we manage to close it off, it might accidentally get turned into an area that has a roof over it, which is of course gonna prevent the solar generators from working during the daytime because the roof is blocking out the sun, which is not terribly useful. Okay, so we have another 60 slate, so we can spend another 60 slate. And from the looks of it, we'll need another 60 over there. So that's gonna be tomorrow. Winter has begun. So I can stop with my winter is coming jokes because winter is here. So these trees are not gonna grow anytime soon. But we have a decent amount of wood. Anything can be chopped? Can actually be chopped. So let's boost it. And we have a party. Machapi is throwing a party. Everyone who goes will gain joy and social energy and a lasting positive mood boost. So, excellent. Machapi, the party animal. Game Bug Finder is late to the party. And everybody's back to work. So, Machapi is now working on more slate. Excellent. So, there's also the first stab at just adding proper stone walls around, because look here, 455 HP, and the wooden wall is only as 175. So these are almost 3 times as sturdy, which will help against hostile peopleses. And yes, peopleses is a proper word. Also, now that we are processing stone, we probably want to have a small stash with stone here. That we can just access, so it's easy to grab. Right, let's first set up another stockpile. So this is a stockpile. We can just copy the settings from this into here. We just probably want to put construction materials and things like that in here and usage items over there. So, because the settings have been cloned, they'll share priority. So we can just say, okay, we're just going to make this one a bit more strict. Also, we're going to say this one has a preferred status. So things that are in here that we want to keep in here will stay in here. But all the things that we say, well, we don't really want it. Like, for example, weapons or apparel. No, they'll just gunk stuff up. And if this is going to be our crafting stash, we might as well just move things over a bit to the side. Corpses, well, mechanoid corpses I think we allow. Yep. So if we have mechanoid corpses, we can put them in here so we can machine them into pieces. Body parts, well, they're not for crafting, so they go in with the other pile. Items, so that's things like art, furniture, psychic insanity lance, neurotrainer. Okay, those are also not what we are looking for. So, resources, we have some foods, chocolates, I think. Manufactured, that's textiles, medicine, components. Well, components we do want. So there, because there are building materials. Artillery shells I think we use for explosives. But for now, let's say medicine is out. Artillery shells are out. We'll just go to the next one. We don't use them a lot. We don't really build a lot of IEDs. So that will just clear them up. And food. Well, I don't really care about chocolate in here either. So this is just going to be the good stuff. Just mostly resources and mechanoid things. And for chunks, I'm actually going to designate a small area of this for stone chunks. Let's say the top 8 bits over here. So if we say delete zone, just this bit, then we add a dumping stockpile here. Now we can just select storage, clear everything, stone chunks, allow all. And this is going to be a critical priority. So we'll make sure there's always going to be 8 stone chunks here, so they're easy to access for our crafters. Let's see, a group of travelers from Senra Rodeballo are passing by, so we'll have to make sure we'll have a nice chat with them. So our batteries are slowly filling up. I think we're doing pretty good there. Also, we have more slate, so let's complete it. Let's finish it. You might want to make a small path here. On the other hand, it is a good slowdown and you don't need to go there that often, do we? You expand a little bit. Just all those stones, they will be moved over. Everything will sort itself out relatively quickly. So, second day of winter. People will make sure that things are in order soon enough. There's a little bit of mining left to do. Well, also we need to have a door. Not an auto door, just a regular door. Just a regular wooden door. Like that. Temperature indoors are 9, that means outside it's 8. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the time. It's past 9 o'clock. 11 o'clock now. Indoors, 14 degrees. Okay, temperatures are good. So there's some traders coming by. Big trade caravan. So the others were just passing by. They have some stuff to trade, but not a lot. Traders have a proper supply. Also an orbital trade beacon is also useful, and we'll actually drop it outside, just slightly outside. So this way things are just gonna get dropped in this just general vicinity, outside of our defenses. So if Space Marines decide to put drop pods down there, they're also going to be outside of our defenses. Also, it's interesting now that the trade beacon in this version, it's actually restricted to the room where it's put in rather than overlapping. Makes more sense, but it's a change nonetheless. So just put it in all the rooms where we have supplies, we put a beacon. So if we have a comms console, which I was talking about earlier, then we have that sorted out as well. Now we can actually trade the stuff we have in storage. Let's see, this was just junk, but might as well dedicate a trade beacon to it to get rid of it if we want to. So let's play the game who is the most social of us all. Because we have trading time. So I think it was Gamebug Finder with 10. But we can have a double check. Yeah. It is you. Who is your trader? There. Trade with Choco. Hello there, Choco. How are you? Long time and no see. You don't have a lot. You're probably not the master trader chief person. Yes, that was really, really specific, I know. Also, you don't really have anything useful to sell. I mean, we have a lot of herbal medicine. We don't really need much more. On the other hand, let's actually just sell 3, so I have 50, just to get a very nice number. Round number. I like round numbers. And then that's going to be it. Oh, is this the trade caravan? Apparently it is. But you got a buffalo. That is carrying exactly all that stuff around. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So we are running low on meat, not so much on the vegetarian stuff. So let's make some more meals. So let's just double check what I was thinking to remember. How much food goes into a meal? 0.5 nutrition. Before it just required 5 bits or 10 bits in total, but now it just needs 10 of 1 point of nutrition and something like a potato. It's a 0.05 nutrition, so you need 20 potatoes for a full meal. Rice, on the other hand, is also same level of nutrition. How about berries? Also. Boar meats, also pretty low. Okay. Wait, trade beacons need power now? Oh wow, that's a new one. Also means we need to run power in here. So let's just connect things properly. So, like that. Excellent. Okay, so that does change things. If we need 20 bits of food rather than 10 bits of food in total, that means we only have half the amount of future meals we were thinking. So this 200 food basically means 10 meals or 1.5 days. Well, we have 10 days worth of food in stock, so we are good, but I think we need to do some hunting. Oh look, it's a group of deer things. You are now all being hunted. A cougar. Let's actually hunt the hunter first. Let's see. So let's recruit some people for that. Gamebug Finder. Yes, you've been recruited. RV, you have a weapon as well. Let's recruit you. No, but cougars, they can do a lot of damage, so you're eating. Once you are done with that, I'm gonna recruit you. So we got 4 people against 1 cougar. I think we should be able to deal with that. So send you over here, or into the woods. Bunch of rocks. That's gonna cause some navigational challenges there. Anyone with a long-range rifle? You, excellent. Almost in range. Let's move you slightly forward. Shoot, the moment you hit something. Okay, excellent. Let's begin. Oh. Let's move you. The others are shooting. Should be good. Okay. And you... Well, actually, you finish the hunt. Cougar Revenge. Well, we dealt with that. Excellent. Single shot to finish stuff. It didn't suffer too long. Oh, poison ship. Large piece of an ancient ship has crashed nearby. It's leaking toxic material and will kill all plants in an expanding circle around itself. Destroy it as soon as possible. Okay. So, a poison ship threat is looming. But we're also 35 minutes into the episode. I completely forgot about the timer. So, we're gonna deal with that one next episode. So, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.